OK, Dundee haven't had much time to adjust to their newfound SPL status. They had two new signings, Jim McAllister and Mark Stewart, in their team at Rugby Park to play last season's League Cup winners Kilmarnock, who gave a debut to former St Mirren fullback Jeroen Tesselaar and a start to 17-year-old Matthew Kennedy. Here's Al Lamont with the highlights.
Well, Dundee haven't had a great deal of time to prepare for Scottish Premier League life after that late call-up. Looking to get their season off to a winning start, but it's Kilmarnock trying to do likewise. It falls for Fowler and is blocked behind by Kyle Benedictus. Good wing play by young Matthew Kennedy. It fell nicely for Fowler. Killie dithering on the ball, he's robbed by Baird. Oh, it's a glorious opportunity to open his SPL goal-scoring account. Well, the referee saw nothing wrong with his challenge on Killie, who was looking for the free kick. And Dundee should be in front. And here go Killie. It's Kennedy once more. Well, the angle was against them. There's Harkins on the follow-up. He can't direct it goalwards. But Matthew Kennedy almost catching Rob Douglas by surprise here, taking the shot on. And Harkins always just sliding wide. Baird. That's a lovely pass for McAllister. Good goalkeeping by Cammy Bell. Still a chance, might be on, but Bell clutches it. And he had to be alert there because it was a wonderful pass from John Baird. Great spot. McAllister timed it on well. Bell was alert enough to thwart him. Kilmarnock have had perhaps the bulk of the attacking pressure. There's Kennedy. He might have used the man to his right, instead it falls for James Dayton. And a good block by Rob Douglas to keep the scorelines blank. Kennedy's shot was blocked by Conroy, and Dayton couldn't force the follow-up home. Matthew Kennedy looks like another sprightly talent from the Kilmarnock Youth Academy, and he almost sneaked that one in. It was a cross-come shot, and Rob Douglas on his line, able to tip it over. Baird trying to find a way through. Headed away as far as McBride. Well, it just wouldn't fall for him. Experienced midfielders' final effort was a wayward one. There was good pressure from Dundee. Again, he's seen so much of the ball on this left wing. Fires it in once more. Faint claims for a penalty as the rain comes teeming down. It's O'Leary with a shot, well wide in the end. Well, it had Rob Douglas sprawling to his right, just to be sure. But still no sign of a goal from either side. Kennedy up against Irvine again. He's given him a torrid time, the 17-year-old. And he's passed him again. And a slight tug in the jersey there. Certainly some of the Kilmarnock fans screaming for a penalty kick. Perhaps that would have been a little bit harsh, but Kennedy certainly seems to have the beating of Irvine. Still Kilmarnock probing for the opening that might bring about the winning goal. Rob Douglas gets down well, and Gary Irvine gets it half clear. This was good goalkeeping by Douglas.
It's good to have Dundee back, isn't it, in the SPL? They took a huge crowd to Rugby Park yesterday.
Yeah, they're a good club. You know, they've been unfortunate over the last couple of seasons. They haven't been able to get themselves back into the SPL, but I think they bring so much to it. You know, they've always been a club who've done well when they've been in the SPL, and I'm sure Barry Smith is delighted, not just to be there, but he'll be hoping to strengthen the squad. He'll want to mount a challenge and maybe not push for top six, but you know, he'll want to get himself safe, and you know, he's making his SPL debut as a manager yesterday as well, so you know, he'll have learned a lot.
It's good to have the derby back, and obviously it's going to be, you know, difficult for Dundee at the moment because they had a budget for first division football. Suddenly it's all changed, Johan.
Yeah, obviously it's a bit of a wake-up call for them. I think though that they still got to score. They're going to be able to survive, and Rab Douglas is going to be very important for them, you know. And I think they're quite happy to get a point in the first away game, you know, of the season.
We went through the archives and tried to find some Rab Douglas saves, but obviously he had you playing in front of him, so there weren't too many of them.
No, Rab is one of them, you know, quite quiet, you know. I'm so happy to see him still going strong, you know. Bit underrated though as a goalkeeper. He was very easy to work with for me as a defender.
Did the Celtic fans at the time when he signed think they could have had better, they expected better? He was unglamorous for them maybe?
Yeah, that's right, you know. I think they probably expected someone maybe from abroad or someone that would obviously costing a bit more, but Martin was quite shrewd there, you know. I think he got value for money anyway by bringing Rab in.
He's 40 now, but he looks as if he's going to be really important for Dundee as they try to dig in and get a foothold in the SPL.
Yeah, especially if you're newly promoted, it's very important to try to have a solid back four or back three, whatever way you play, and the goalkeeper are going to make them, you know, big saves for you, because you want to, you know, get the leg into the season in a way, you know, and start well, you know, as a newly promoted team.
I mean, some of the saves you'd expect him to make, but some of them are pretty important.
Yeah, well, he still has to make them, but I think what he brings is experience to the squad. You know, a lot of those players won't have played in the SPL before, so just having someone to turn to and ask questions and try and guide them through games, especially going to Celtic Park and going to Tynecastle, which are intimidating places to go to. Rob's been there, he'll pass his experience on. I think the young boys will learn from it.
A couple of those saves were from Matthew Kennedy, a 17-year-old local lad. He looks really promising.
He does, you know. Again, talking about match winners and talking about young players getting games. You know, I think the Kilmarnock youth system hasn't been as productive as what it has been in previous years, bringing through Chris Boy and Stephen Naismith. It's kind of stalled a little bit, but he looks like one that could make something happen. You know, Kenny Shields loves playing attacking football. He loves playing with two wingers, and young Matthew Kennedy certainly had a good game yesterday.